Well, all right, I had to move inside because outside was a jungle. There was helicopters passing by. My grandma's washing machine decided to take off and fly, and my neighbor decided that it was a good time for a disco party. So I had to move in my room where actually I should be because I should be on isolation. Hi everyone, it's Michaela here. This is Designing in the Red Zone. So on the 8th of April, I had to catch an Italian government flight back to my country, Italy. I decided to leave the UK because the situation in my town is pretty bad. I come from this town called Brescia. I actually come from a smaller town in the province of this city, but this city is now known to be this city, said namely the worst hit country and town by the coronavirus. The emergency here is super bad. It was one of the first towns to be declared red zone, and it still is. I'm basically pretty locked now. The lockdown here is pretty bad. No parks, absolutely no parks. Not even grocery shopping, just my mom can go grocery shopping once a week for the whole family. And there's no way you can go out. Everything is closed. Shipping and deliveries don't really get there. So the thing is that I tried to order things on Amazon and I couldn't because the shipping time is like 1 month, some more, some don't even ship there. So yeah, this is like my life now in this town is pretty much about staying home and trying to see what I can do at home. So way before coming back to Italy, I was in a quarantine after I twisted my ankle. I had to stay home for 2 weeks, and in the same period the quarantine in the UK started, the lockdown. So I could go back to my previous path, which is fashion, and I was starting to develop a new collection inspired by Ariposator. I have my notes here. Yeah, I tend to work a lot like these just random words that can help me with the collection. So I was starting this collection. So when I heard about the brief, I was like super interested in going on with my collection. But then I came home, I checked the delivery times for the fabrics, for things, and it was crap. Some companies don't ship there anymore, so there's no way I could order the fabrics I needed. So what I thought, my idea was to open all the drawers, open all the wardrobes I have, and look for fabrics I could possibly use for this collection. What I found is that I have a lot of things I can use, and my family helped me as well because my dad built me a hand loom, so I can wave. My mom bought a lot of vegetables and fruits so I can dye the fabrics. I have a lot of old fabrics. My uncle has a restaurant, so he gave me potato sacks, used potato sacks, so it's very natural and nice to use. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to experiment with all the stuff I have at home. And apart from that, I'm also trying to experiment with a system of making 3D shaped clothes directly on the dummy, on the mannequin, instead of creating things on paper, which is very hard because if you have to do a 3D shape, you really need to work on a 3D model, a 3D figure. You can't really work on paper. I'm trying to work with different materials. Well, my idea is not to create real ones, like create new materials, but to use old things that no one will ever use for fashion, like journals. Yeah, I have a lot of newspaper I can try to use. So yeah, yeah, this is designing in the red zone.